Hi everyone, it's Alex. In this series, we're going to be working through Think Stats by Downey. It's a great book if you are delving into data analytics, statistics, or Python programming. And part of the reason it's great is because instead of giving you a traditional textbook treatment, which is reference material followed by pop quiz style questions, it gives you a case study that you get to work through. So it gives you a lot more hands on experience. It starts off with pretty introductory topics, intermediate topics, and eventually gets to things that you might implement in an entry level role, things like regression, statistical analysis that revolves around time series or survival data sets. And the whole thing is pretty introductory, but does require some setup and some familiarity with Python. So in this video, we're going to set up the environments so that in the next we can hit the ground running with chapter 1. So there are going to be 4 things that we need. First, the book, which is free. Second, we're going to need the code repository, which is also free. We're going to need Jupyter Lab or Jupyter Notebooks, which is the environment in which we're going to work. That's also free. And then some IDE, whatever you'd like to work in. So the text calls it IPython Notebook. These days it's called Jupyter Notebook. So if you head on over to jupyter.org, install, it'll walk you through it. Here's the important note. Don't upgrade your system installation of Python. Install Anaconda, which comes with a separate instance of Python, and upgrade that as you please. The native installation of Python is used by your operating system, and you don't really want to mess with it. Additionally, Anaconda comes with Jupyter Notebooks and a bunch of other important packages for data analysis, so it's just an easy and safe way to get everything that you need. Next, we're going to download the book and the repository. So if you head on over to github.com, search Think Stats. The first hit is Alan Downey, Think Stats 2. And it contains the book as well as the code. So download it however you please, but if you're getting into this field, you might want to start getting used to the command line. So copy the URL. Open up your command line. On a Mac, it's the terminal. And this is pretty easy. ls is to list the directories. There it is. I'm going to move to my desktop because that's where I want to install things. Change directories, desktop. List again. You can see that there's nothing there, which is the case. Git clone that URL. And it's going to begin downloading things that I need. And then the next thing that we need is an IDE. So if you have one, go ahead and work with that. If not, I like Atom. It's a little more robust than things like Notepad++, but it's neat. So it's made by GitHub, and you can download it at atom.io. And I'll open it up here. Great. So this is finishing up. The reason that we need 2 environments is that the statistical stuff is done in Jupyter Notebooks, and then there are some problems that are more closely related to programming, and an IDE is best for those sorts of things. So list, there it is, Think Stats 2. Change directories into it. List again. We'll see what we saw in the repo online. Change directories into the code, and we should see all the files when we list again. So you'll see different kinds of files. Here are some data files, the stuff that we're going to be working with. There is the IPython notebooks. So to launch that, we'll just type Jupyter Notebook, or if you have Jupyter Lab installed, Jupyter Lab. It'll launch in a web browser, but it's a local port. And there's chapter 1, which will begin in the next video. And open not chapter 1 exercises IPython notebook, but chapter 1 exercises Python. We will get the skeleton for the programming exercises that are part of the same chapter. So we'll start there next time. Okay, bye.